Hello everyone, my name is Christian and welcome to my hobby blog. So today we are going to take a look at what books I want to read this month, what I hope to get through this month. I read a lot last month, so I'm assuming I can hit that 5 to 7 again. So I have 6 books lined up here. I'm going through my big physical stack. I did release a video on that, so you can kind of see the just a pile of chaos that I have for all my books. I had about 40, I think, 30 to 40 books stacked in that video. So we'll see. Let's just go ahead and start. The first book that I'm reading is actually from last month. I really tried to finish it during May, but I just couldn't. It's a big chunky book. It's one Book 1 I was okay with. Book 2 I really struggled with. And then Book 3 is a little better, but it's still kind of that meandering. But it is Robert Islington's, or James Islington, Light of All That Falls, Book 3 of the Lacanius trilogy. It's a big book. Oh, I'm about halfway through. I read about 40 pages today and had to take a break. It's just that kind of book where you read about 50 a day and that's all you can take. So I'm liking it a lot more. I will be doing a review video, a non-spoiler and a spoiler one, for those who haven't read it and just kind of want to, get my thoughts on that. But it is very real-time light. I don't really care for most of the characters. There's one character in particular that I've loved throughout the whole series. One that has been going back and forth on what I feel on him. But I'll do a video. I'll make sure to tell you guys, in spoiler and non-spoiler, what I think. So that's book 1 I hope to finish this month. So the next one is I'm going to have to return to the series because I'm getting to the point now where I'm almost done with the slog. Only 2 books, really only 1 book. And the slog I would qualify as slow. But this is book 10 of The Wheel of Time, Crossroads of Twilight. I can't believe I'm already on book 10. It feels like yesterday me and Cheyenne were just recording books 5, or book 5's review and discussion. This is the one everyone hates because it's slow and all that, but Cheyenne did tell me that this was a pretty political heavy book. Lots of politicking and, sitting around a room talking. And I love that. So that was why I loved book 8 a lot, for those who don't know. So this is the next book I'm going into. I can't stop thinking about this book. I may begin it like today if I get really bored with that book, or I just can't go on. So book 10 of Wheel of Time. This isn't, I hope, the order that I read them. So the next one is a very small book. It's part of my bingo board. It is a book that one of my favorite movies was based off of, by Miyazaki. It is Kikis Delivery Service. This is Fulfilling the Witch bingo square. So I got it really cheap. It's small. I've heard it's really good, very wholesome. I love the movie. There's a cat, so, I love cats. And yeah, I'm just excited to read this. It's really short. I'll use it as a break between Wheel of Time books. But I'm excited. It's going to be really good. If you haven't seen the movie, you should definitely go see it. It's by Hayao Miyazaki. That is book 3 that I hope to read this month. The next one is another break book. Me and Ilana will be doing a review on this book. Just on this book, not the original one. I already filmed a review on book 1, but this is Harrow the Ninth. Lesbian necromancers in space solving a murder mystery in a gothic castle. Everything I love. But the unfortunate thing is that I know the ending, or I know a major character death already. And that's what I loved about book 1, was the ending. And so I've been hesitant on starting this, hoping I'd forget, but I don't. So me and Ilana is actually doing a reread of both Gideon the Ninth and Harrow the Ninth in preparation for our discussion. So I'm excited for that. It's short. I read Gideon the Ninth really quickly, in like 4 days tops. So Tamsin Mia is a new author in the fantasy realm. Gideon the Ninth, I believe, was her debut novel, and I loved it. So I can't wait for this. I love the covers. I love the feel of the book. The spine is awesome. Lots of quotes. We even get a quote by... well, I thought we had a quote by V.E. Schwab, Victoria Schwab, who did one of my favorite books, Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. But I just love the series, so I'm excited. There hasn't really been much word on book 3, so I think I've also been delaying so that when I finish this and I end up loving it as I did the first one, I won't have to wait as long for book 3. I'm a Game of Thrones fan, and this next month in July, this book turns 10 years old. It'll be a decade since the last Game of Thrones book came out. I know it's called A Song of Ice and Fire, but no one calls it that, and everyone knows it by Game of Thrones, which is a shame with how awful the second half of the show was, from book 5 to 8. So this is book 4 that I plan on reading. I'm excited. It's going to be the best month, I think. Last month was pretty good for the first half of the books, but then it got bad. So the next book I want to read is book 11 of The Wheel of Time. This is Knife of Dreams. This is the first book I have that has a shitty grocery store bread aisle covers. If you've ever been to Harris Teeter or Food Lion or anything, and you see like all those books by the bread aisle and like between like the wine alley, you'll know what I'm talking about. I can't stand these covers. I think they are bad. One of my favorite covers ever. I don't have access to it because it's behind a giant wall of books because of that video I made, but I don't like these covers. I don't like the new ones. Apparently they're doing a whole nother set of covers soon in preparation for the TV show, so I'm looking forward to that. This is the book that begins the Sanderlanche, as they call it. Although this is Robert Jordan, so this is when everything starts coming together for the ending, from what I've heard. So I have seen some quotes. There's a Instagram page I used to follow all about the TV show, and it was recently they kept uploading like quotes from like the end of the books and stuff that would like reveal a bunch of stuff. So finally I just unfollowed them. I was really pissed off because they were like the resource for news about the show. So oh well. This is book 5, I guess I'll be reading. I hope I can read all these. But the final book that I want to read is Michael Crichton's The Lost World. This is the sequel to Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park. I read it in a day. Very few books I do that for. And I just finished the Andromeda Strain. I think I talked about it on my what I read for May. But I really thought Andromeda Strain was good. But his writing style really lets you binge read it. It's very dry, scientific, and I love it. As someone who loves like exciting fantasy, going to a really dry, politicking, slow-paced book is so awesome. I really like it. So I've heard it's totally different from the movies, of course, because the author was kind of forced into writing this because they want to make a second movie, and they were like, what do you have? And apparently he retconned Ian Malcolm's death, although we never saw him die in the original book. He comes back as a protagonist. So I'm excited for this one. I hope I can get to it. There's lots of big books that I have. I'm hoping to finish Light of All That Falls by Sunday. It is June 3rd when I'm recording this. I'm hoping to get Crossroads of Twilight done by next Friday. I have an upload schedule already set for like the whole month. And this is due by like Tuesday filming. Like upload date is Tuesday the I want to say the 15th is when I'm gonna upload me and Cheyenne's review on this. And then Kikis I hope to finish in a day. Easy read. Harrow the Ninth, not Hollow Knight. Harrow the Ninth I hope to finish soon after Kiki, and the Knife of Dreams hopefully done by the third week of June. So this one will be kind of a gap between Knife of Dreams and The Gathering Storm, the first Brandon Sanderson Wheel of Time book. So I hope to finish Lost World quickly because I want to get to this month. That way I can finish the final 2 books of the Wheel of Time next month. Towers of Midnight and A Memory of Light. I don't know anything about the plot lines, really, aside from one spoiler, which I believe is in Knife of Dreams. So I'm hoping the spoiler I know is in this book, so that I can continue on totally unaware of what's going on. But hoping to get to this after Michael Crichton's Lost World. There are 7 books, so I hope I can finish it pretty soon. I would like to be done with the Wheel of Time soon. I want to get into my reread when I reread all 15 actually, including the prequel books. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have a lot to read, so I need to finish recording and then go back to reading Light of All That Falls. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks.